I was later told that this had all taken place in just 6 minutes, yet at the time I simply had no concept of where I was or what was happening to me. Terrified, frightened and literally sick with fear, this was the end of our night and the culmination of an investigation that we all want to put behind us. In hindsight, perhaps the signs had been there. Direct threats to female crew members.
Please can you tell me if anyone here means to harm us?
My own misjudged bravery.
If you can hear me, dear, I'm not scared of you at all. You don't frighten me.
And even as far back as the first night of our Halloween investigations, when David's own automatic writing session had even forewarned of the danger that was to manifest in this area. But I was prepared to attempt this practice myself, and whatever conclusions can be drawn from my own state of consciousness, these are events that will haunt me for the rest of my life. And unbeknown to me at the time, once he had taken time to take all of this in, Carl's feelings were there for all to see.
There's nothing worse than seeing someone that you love more than anything in the world very distressed, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Absolutely nothing. And you think, well, I'm supposed to be here to protect her and help her and make her happy, and she wasn't. And you suddenly forget. Because you're on a personal level, you forget what you're here for, and I just... It was horrible. It really was horrible. I'm more likely to believe the spiritual explanation, which was what David said about a past life regression, more so than the scientific explanation that she could have had some sort of fit. I don't think she did have a fit.
I think you slipped into some form of regression. You slipped into, the eyes fluttering particularly gave that away for me. It's something that people do in regression, and when I was sitting at the end of the bed trying to link in, I went into a past life. But I didn't recognise it. I didn't recognise the life. I mean, I can sort of, I can hear what's going on in the room, I'm being in it, and I thought, well, I don't understand what's going on here, but it seemed like there was a witch trial going on. And I thought, this is odd. But when I do past life regression, that's how I see other people's lives when they're having the regression. So my explanation would be, you slipped into a past life, a particularly unpleasant one. What I was viewing was your past life as you were getting the full whack of that experience. I think you remembered a past life then.
The investigative team had such an intense experience at Lower Wellhead Farm on Most Haunted Live that they felt it was necessary to go back for one of the episodes. Some of the phenomena that occurred included, on one particular vigil in the upstairs corridor, David Wells and Kath and Rachel actually heard a scratching sound all along the wall.
What is that? David, what is that noise?
There was no one there. They went and checked. The owners of the farm were downstairs keeping very, very still. And again, no explanation at all for it.
I've never heard such audibles in my life.
One possibility is that it might be animals, for example, mice, up in the attic causing the scratching sound. There are a lot of explanations for the sound.
Why don't we do some automatic handwriting?
Could try.
Well, why don't you try it?
Why don't you try it?
I'll try it. Probably come out with a load of scribble and nothing else.
Yeah, but that's what kind of happens.
At one point in one of the upstairs bedroom, the group there attempted automatic writing, and Yvette actually tried the automatic writing herself. The pen moved very frantically, and she had quite an experience associated with that automatic writing. Now, because of the environment, because it was a very comfortable bed, because it was very warm, and also because it was in the early hours of the morning, And so certainly Yvette was quite tired. There's a possibility that she may have actually gone under the same sort of experience that one would go under if you were hypnotized, and almost reached kind of an altered state, an unawareness of what is going on, and that causes the pen to move and causes her to have the experience that she had. That's a possibility.
Lower Wellhead Farm, a house and a home, but a place that I never want to see again. And worse still, Tynedale Farm still awaits the Most Haunted team. Until next time, sleep tight.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
The new series of Most Haunted continues on Living TV.
After all those experiences, there's more on the way next as Lower Wellhead Farm gives up more of its secrets in a Most Haunted Extra.